Hi you guys, so look who's back. Long time no video. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but I know it's been at least 2 weeks and whew, girl. Anyways, it's actually not a long story, it's a pretty short story, but it's a short story for another time because in this video, it is going to be all positive. I am going to be sharing with you guys some, I just feel like, really healthy habits, like healthy habits for life, healthy life habits, but things that you should just try to incorporate into your everyday life and do them consistently. And I feel like for me personally, I have seen a big change from incorporating all of these things into my life routine. So this whole video is just going to focus on those things in my life that I feel like have been really beneficial to me, and hopefully they will be beneficial to you as well. So yes, this is our healthy life habits, not just for 2022, for life, because I think these are things that you should make a point to do all the time and just be consistent with them, and they will add to your happiness, your health, and your well-being. So let's hop right in. So you guys, if you guys are new here, my name is Bree and welcome to a Bree Car More Inc. TV.com, Enterprises, whatever you want to call it. I post videos relating to everything real life luxury. Now my posting schedule has been a little off as of late, but I promise to improve and work on that, you guys. So do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell so that you get notified every single time I post, even if it is sporadic. But anyways, you guys, I love you so much and thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
And now I'm stargazing. You ain't for the stars, but I've been scarred lately. Taking keys, stealing cars, we just some lost babies. Live too fast, now I'm grown. Excuses in my head, I ain't thinking I'm wrong.
But of course, before we start, I want to give a shout out to our lovely sponsor for today's video. It is Dossier. Surprise, surprise. This is a brand that is very near and dear to my heart. I have been working with Dossier for, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's been going on 2 years now. So shout out to Dossier for sponsoring this video. So today we are unboxing a new scent from Dossier. This is their Fougere Pink Pepper. So gorgeous, very simple, modern, minimal bottle per usual. Absolutely gorgeous. So I love that the bottle gives you all the information you need. So it gives you the top notes, which are pink pepper, lemon, and neroli. The middle notes are orange blossom, lavender, and geranium. And then the base notes are amber, patchouli, and cedarwood. So she is inspired by Gucci Guilty, their Eau de Parfum, and it's a 12% concentration, you guys. This scent literally smells so amazing. It's very fresh, it's very luxurious, and I cannot wait to try it. So again, a huge shout out to Dossier for sponsoring today's video, and I will be sure to link my exact perfume as well as any discount codes down in the description box below. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop right in, and just an FYI, you guys, this is not scripted, so I'll have Bianca edit out as much as like the ums and the parts that need to be gone as much as possible, but this is a completely unscripted video. I am just sitting down and kind of sharing my heart with you and a part of my life. So let's get into it. And if you see me looking down, I've got my iPad down here with my list. So the first thing for me that has honestly been a very, very healthy habit and that has benefited me greatly. You guys all know this on my channel if you're new here. I talk about it often. My spirituality is something that is very near and dear to me. I have a very close relationship with Jesus. I have a nickname for him. I call him Jeezy. That's how I speak to him in just like casual conversation. So yes, me and my Jeezy, we are like this. That's my BFF. That's my road dog. Like, been here for me when I was down, out, and some more stuff. So I said all that to say I have a very close relationship with God. It's something that I am very proud of. It's something that is very important to me. because I have this deep knowing and understanding that every good and great thing that I am is all from God. And yeah, so one of the healthy habits that I started, I don't remember when I started doing this, but I definitely have implemented it more in the new year and just been very consistent with it, is first thing when I wake up, I have Bible time and morning prayer. So I will wake up anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes earlier, and I'll spend the first 10 minutes of my day in my Bible, which that's something that was really important to me. I listen to Joel Osteen, I go to church, I listen to a lot of worship music, but I also think it's super important to stay in the Word of God. I truly believe, and I think there's even a scripture that says this, that, you know, you could be flipping through the pages of your Bible and reading things, and although you might not get exactly what you were needing, or maybe you read something and you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't see how that applies. But I believe that those words get tucked down into your heart, into your spirit, and they come back up when you need them. So I really like that. Like, you just tuck it in this little pocket right here. And then those words come out in the moments when you need them. So I have been in the Word, and so I get up, like I said, about 10 to 15 minutes early, and I'll spend 10 minutes just reading in the Bible. I started off with the book of Job, and for obvious reasons. No, I'm just kidding. I started off with the book of Job, and now I'm in the Psalms, and I think that's how you pronounce it. The Psalms, the Psalms do not come for me. I am in no way, shape, or form claiming to be a Bible expert. However, I think it is good to read it and to just keep that word tucked in your heart, like I said. And then after that, I will have my morning prayer. Now, this is something that literally has been life-changing for me. I know there's a lot of videos and a lot of talk about like being intentional in the morning, or like setting your goals or setting your intentions for the day and all that, which that's great. But for me, what I do and what I find works is that morning prayer time. So in the morning, you know, after I wake up and read my Bible, I'll just spend a couple minutes with my God, just really praying and thanking Him, saying what's on my heart, you know, telling Him my desires, telling Him what I am hoping for or hoping to get out of my day, asking Him to keep me safe, and just really coming before my God and spending that time in prayer. And it just does so much for your heart. It does so much for your spirit. And I just really think for me, it solidifies that closeness that I have with God. It's a time for me to be still. I cannot meditate. That's a whole different story for a whole different video. But so for me, this is my version of like setting my intentions for the day or meditating. I spend my time in prayer. I mute the TV. I close my eyes, and I just really get close and personal with my God, and take that time just to pray, which I deeply, deeply enjoy. It's a wonderful way to start your day. Now, this is not to say that if you do these things, like, you'll never have a bad day, girl, no. But in the long run, and just to be doing it, I think it's just, it's amazing. Okay, so next on my list, and technically these aren't really going in order of importance, so don't think of them as numbered, just think of them as a whole. So next on the list is, girl, housekeepers. Getting your house cleaned, having a maid, having a housekeeper, whatever you call it. So you guys know, but this is true of me even before I moved into my home. Back when I was living in my condo, I was still getting my house cleaned. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I think there was a time when I was staying on campus, like living in on-campus housing, and I had a housekeeper come out and clean my space. But yes, if this is something that makes sense for you and that you're able to do financially, girls and boys, get a housekeeper. Like, I'm obsessed. I've had the same, I've been using the same housekeeping service since I've been in my home. So for 3 years, and I absolutely love them. I do live in a large home. This house has got 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and honey, I think before it was fully furnished, like, the first couple of months, or maybe even the first year I was here, like, I would clean my house. Now I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered to clean the house, okay? But no, the housekeeping service is literally amazing. They come in here and they deep clean, which means they will clean your blinds, your window ledges, your baseboards, your cabinets. They will deep clean and mop your floors, vacuum everything, make up the beds, change your linens. It's amazing. And I can be like kind of OCD type A personality. I really, really like things clean and in a certain way. And so when I get my house clean, it just literally feels like a clean slate, like you race, starting over. Everything is amazing again. And it's like a little luxury. Like they come in, they clean the house, and typically I'll have them come on Fridays, like Thursday or Friday, whatever day I'm working from home, and they will clean, but they can even come when you're gone. Like there's been times when I've been working and I've like left the key for them and they have the alarm code, or I just turn the alarm off from my phone, from the app. And they will just clean, and you literally come home from a long day at work, okay, and your home is spotless and it smells amazing, it smells clean. So that is definitely big on my list for not even a habit, like life-changing habits or healthy habits, but just healthy things to implement in your life that can make life easier or better for you. Having a housekeeper is definitely A1, like top tier. Okay, so next, these 3 things kind of all go into each other, but this is the one. You guys, and you know it's true if it's coming from me, because I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I am one of those people. I'm a lounge lizard. I've been called that before. My mommy calls me a lounge lizard. She also calls me a cat. I really love to like lay out in the sun and just lounge, but I am a woman who desires and very much so lives a life of leisure. So instead of saying lazy, it's the other 2 L words. It's a life of leisure, not lazy. So if I said all that to say, you know that if I'm coming out and saying this out of my mouth, that it must be a huge deal. Exercise. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the number 1 reason why I love exercising. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm a gym junkie or a gym rat or anything like that, but I do try to at least get 30 minutes of activity every day. So the reason why I love exercising is because it is, it's an automatic payoff and it is guaranteed. And what I mean when I say automatic payoff and guaranteed, exercise gives endorphins. Like when you eat chocolate or when you do other things that may be considered sinful, it releases endorphins. So, and like I said, it's guaranteed. Like it's just like a chemical or biological fact. Like it's always going to release endorphins. So you're always going to feel good after your workout, no matter how tired you are, no matter if you're feeling lazy, if you had a bad day, if you're depressed, if you're anxious. If you work out, you're gonna get those endorphins. And I love that. Like I said, I like the fact that it's guaranteed and that it's always, like, I know that if I work out, I'm gonna feel better. So it's wonderful. It's like taking a Xanax, but not. It's like taking a Xanax that always works for you. That might be a really bad analogy, but don't come for me. So what I do, and I recently added something into my routine that I really, really love, is walking. Like I said, I'm not lazy, but I do enjoy a life of leisure, and walking is extremely low impact, but it's also extremely good for you. So I think I started off with, I don't know what I started off with, but now my goal is to do between 5,000 and 6,000 steps on my walk, which that might sound really low for some people, but honestly, start with what works for you and work your way up, or just do what works for you. So I'll do a 30-minute walk around my beautiful lake in my neighborhood, and I'll just do, I think it's about 6 laps around there, and I absolutely love it. It goes by faster if I talk on the phone or if like I can be on Instagram. So it's very low impact, and it's kind of something that you really don't think of as exercising, because I'm literally just walking. Like I walk every day, like in my regular life. So now I've just added an extra 30 minutes and I'm really, really loving it. And you don't technically have to be in workout clothes. That's another thing I like, because sometimes putting on workout clothes and having your water is just a little too much for me. And I'm like, don't nobody have time for that. I literally can like put on leggings and a t-shirt, or shorts and a t-shirt, or whatever I want to wear, and a good pair of tennis shoes, and do my walk, and it doesn't even feel like an exercise, which I think that's why I like it so much, because it doesn't feel like I'm putting in any effort. I'm just doing something that I already do every day. So I love that. So I've started doing, I try to do 3 days of my exercise routine, and then 5, 6, 7, the rest of the days of the week, walking for 30 minutes. And I've really, really, really loved it. It's definitely something that it's a mood booster. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. It's a guaranteed mood booster. So if you are somebody who suffers with anxiety or depression, as so many people nowadays do, it is like a guaranteed mood booster. And I know it can be a little bit more difficult if you do suffer with depression to kind of get up and take the first steps to exercise or walk, but I promise you, if you can just motivate yourself enough to get moving, which I know I struggle with as well, it's completely worth it every time. Okay, so the next couple things also go along with exercising, kind of just habits to get into or things to start including in your routine for a healthier and happier life. Water, drinking water. So again, you can trust me when I say this because my mom also used to have a nickname for me and it was Juice Junkie. They used to call me Juice Junkie when I was younger. I also love milk. Like I have milk in my fridge right now. I literally can drink milk with anything. Milk with pizza, milk with cheeseburgers. My favorite, and please don't judge me, this is a judgment-free zone. My favorite is milk with fried catfish, fried potatoes, and salad. Like, my dad makes the best fried catfish, and he'll like fry fish in the fryer, and we'll have a big salad, and I love to drink a cold glass of milk. It's perfect. But anyway, I said all that to say, which seems to be the theme of today's video. I said all that to say, if I'm telling you to drink water, like, you know, you can listen to me when I say that drinking water works, because I never used to drink water. Now, this is something that I've probably been doing for, I'd probably say, oh, dang it, I don't want to be wrong. If I had to guess, the last 7 years, that sounds about right. The last 7 to 10 years. And I just make a point to drink at least 4 16-ounce bottles of water a day, or now I've moved on to 4 30-ounce, because I have my big 30-ounce cup that I'll show you in a second. And I try to do 4 of those a day. Literally all I drink is water now. I don't keep juice in the house anymore. I know, recovering juice junkie. I will drink apple juice as long as it's like no sugar added. And then of course my milk, but I don't drink, it's very rare that I drink pop. Or soda or like juice or anything like that. It's literally just water junkie. Now, I will say with some of these things that are on the list, there are some things that you will notice an immediate change. And then there are some things that you just have to do because you know it's good for you. And the water thing is definitely one of them, because the only change I notice is that I pee all the time. I mean, my pee looks good, I guess. Like, it's nice and light, you know? But as far as like, am I feeling really good? Like, do my insides feel good? Can I feel it in my kidneys? And girl, heck no, okay? I feel the same. Has it cured my depression? No, it's not. But it is just really good for you in general. Like, will you go and have healthier checkups and like better doctor's visits? Yeah, sure. So yeah, we just gotta do it and have faith that it's doing what science says it's supposed to do. So yes. Next on the list, along with working out, drinking water, is taking vitamins. So this is something that I'm kind of not so good at. I like these Goli gummies that I'll show you. They literally taste like candy, almost to the point where I don't even know if they're real vitamins, but we're gonna say they are. Oh, and FYI, I don't know if I said this already, but everything I'm talking about that can be linked, I will link it down below for you guys, including my housekeeping service. But so back to the vitamins. So I do the Goli gummies. They're the apple cider vinegar ones. I like those. I tend to not take them every day though, because I already do a tablespoon. Is it a tablespoon or a teaspoon? One of those, and I will incorporate those into my smoothie or my green drink. And I think you're not supposed to go above that minimum, so I try not to overlap that. But the other vitamins that I take fish oil. And then I also started doing turmeric. So turmeric is supposed to be really good for you. Don't exactly know why, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's supposed to be really good for you and be very beneficial health-wise. So those are some vitamins that I have recently implemented into my my lifestyle. Okay, so this next one is really good. And like, remember earlier when I was talking about some of these things you'll see immediate results from? At least for me, personally, this is one of those things. And you guys have heard me talk about this on my channel before. I am a huge proponent of therapy. Listen. And I feel like too, I also want to say that it's important to find the right therapist, because I don't think like you can just go out and talk to any therapist and be like, oh my God, it was amazing. Oh my gosh, forgive me, Lord. I think it's important to find the right therapist. And I got blessed because my first time being in this new area of Houston, I was able to find a therapist that worked for me like right off the bat. Her name is Elizabeth. Shout out to Elizabeth. And I'm obsessed. So I was in therapy for the first time, it was 11 months. And you guys know I've been very open about it, talked about it a lot, and it really, really helps. I do once a week sessions and I think they're hour long, and I don't like to go in person. When COVID came, you couldn't go in person, so I just use my iPad and we'll do like Zoom, and I love it because I can be at my house, and again, not the lazy, not that L word, but and not lounge lizard either. Life of leisure. I'm all about convenience. So I really, really like that I can just sit and do therapy from the comfort of my own home. I love that. So huge proponent of therapy. I think is just really, there's something about talking to somebody who's completely unbiased and kind of just emptying out your mind or your thoughts, because it's a lot different when it's like you and your own thoughts. Ooh, that gets scary. But when it's like you and a completely unbiased person, somebody who you are literally paying not to judge you and whose lifelong profession it is to not judge you and to just listen to you, it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. You can get a lot of things out. And then they also have that education behind it. So then they can in turn give you healthy habits to implement into your life. They can give you healthy suggestions. They can give you scientifically backed, like, you know, tools and things to do and how to work through things. So therapy is amazing. Love, love, love therapy. Love my therapist. And I'm actually going back. So this will be my second round. Like, you get a second round BBL. I don't know why that popped in my mind. Those two things are not related, but this will be my second round of therapy, and I actually waited for Elizabeth to get back from maternity leave, and so I start next week, and woo child, Lord, do we need it. So very thankful to God for that. Okay, so the last two things, let me see. I think there'll be three because I think I'm gonna add one at the end. But so this one is kind of in keeping with like healthy lifestyle. Smoothies. So again, who would have thought I would be exercising, drinking water every day, and drinking smoothies. So I really like smoothies, and I'll tell you why. I have found that I'm kind of the type of person that can, for the most part, drink anything. Now, as long as it's not like something super thick or chunky, because I can't do that texture. And so hence I put a lot of water in my smoothies, probably 16 ounces actually. But I can, for the most part, drink anything. Like, I don't, like, if it tastes bad, I'm not like, oh, you know, I can't drink this. No, I can pretty much drink anything. So I have started including smoothies into one of the healthy habits for my life. And I've been doing this now probably maybe since December. Now what I'm doing right now, and you don't have to do this, but just for me, obviously I intermittent fast. You guys have heard me talk about that before. So I typically will eat from 12 to 8. That just works for me because I'm not like I like breakfast food, but I'm not a big breakfast person, meaning when I wake up in the morning, like I don't want to eat, like that's not on my mind. I typically won't be ready to eat until 12. So intermittent fasting works for me. But what I have been doing recently is switching out. So not eating lunch and instead having a smoothie. It's 12:18, it's almost smoothie time. So I'll show you what I put in my smoothies. But I know you guys have seen it a ton before. But so typically I will do lots of greens. So kale, spinach, chard. I think I have like this 50-50 organic greens mix that I put. So a big part of the smoothie will be that. I keep frozen celery as well as frozen bananas and frozen green apples in the freezer. So I'll typically do like some frozen celery. I always do bananas. I also get those really big bags of organic frozen fruit. So I've got like strawberries, there's pineapples, I really like mango, and then I also will keep blueberries in the fridge and put that in there. I'll put apple cider vinegar, flaxseed, and 16 ounces of water. And it's just the epitome of health. And now this is another thing That is kind of immediate results. After you drink that cold smoothie, especially if you keep your fruits and veggies frozen, it literally just makes your insides feel so good, especially if you've just had a workout and a hot shower. Girl, you've been feeling like the picture of health. Okay, so next on my healthy habits for your life list, girl, I have said the name of this video so many different ways, the topic of this video. Who knows what the title will end up being, God bless Bianca, is self-care. So for me, self-care is really trendy right now. Like everyone's talking about self-care, but I've always been a self-care person because I didn't really consider it self-care. Like I always love taking bubble baths. I always love steaming my face. I always love taking, you know, really nice showers. I always love like bath bombs and lighting candles and fresh flowers and all those things that now could be considered self-care. Been on it. Been there, done that. But so yes, self-care. And specifically for me, I love a good bubble bath. I love to light my amazing Dossier candle and do a bath bomb and have bubbles and just really soak. There were these bath bombs that I really, really like. They were actually CBD bath bombs. If I'm able to link them down below, I will, because those literally, it was like instant. So I absolutely love a bubble bath. I love to steam my face. I love to go get my lashes done. I love to get my hair done. Like all of that self-care stuff is just amazing. But honestly, I think everything that I'm talking about in this video, I would really consider it self-care, because all of these things that I've talked about are small ways, small things that you can implement in your life to just care for yourself, take care of yourself, pamper yourself, relax yourself, keep yourself healthy, keep yourself motivated, keep your spirits up, feed your spirit, feed your heart, feed your soul. So yeah, but definitely self-care. We love a good bubble bath. Last but not least, we're gonna close the iPad, is something, and it's actually gonna be two things. So these are things that I have found that will give you immediate relief. This is really good for anybody, but I think me, just speaking as somebody who has suffered and does suffer from depression and small bouts of anxiety, they kind of flip-flop in intensity. So these things have been kind of like immediate relief for me. So the first one is, and I know it's also very trendy, gratitude right now is very trendy. But for me, the list doesn't really work. I tried to do that like before bed, and I just found that it felt like another thing that I had to do, or like another something I had to do before I could sleep, and I don't really have the best handwriting, so it just wasn't working. So what I do is a modified version of that, and maybe it'll work for you too, but I basically will try to at some point in the day, but my clothes are dry. But sometimes if I'm having a bad day, or if I'm feeling down, or if I'm feeling discouraged, or even just as I'm going through my day, I will try to name off at least 7, but not limited to, things that I'm grateful for. So like if I were to do it today as an example, things that I would be grateful for would be, I had an amazing workout today. Thank you, God, for that. It was wonderful. It's an absolutely beautiful day outside, you guys. The weather is gorgeous. It's sunny. It's breezy. It's cool. It's phenomenal. Let me see. Oh, third, had a really amazing shower this morning. Had an amazing bubble bath last night. For one of my favorite movies, it's called Annihilation with Natalie Porter, was on one of my streaming services, and I got to watch that last night. I really loved that. Let's see, 5, had really good Bible and prayer time this morning. Thankful for that. Thank you, Jeezy. 6, I'm in really good spirits. I feel really good. 7, I'm filming this video, you guys. I haven't filmed in like 3 weeks. Your girl has been unmotivated, so definitely thankful for that. 8, I got a package I was waiting for in the mail yesterday. That was amazing. So, okay, you guys, so it is Bree from the future here. Unfortunately, the ending of the gratitude clip got lost, so we're just gonna insert this here and kind of keep it going. So to add on to what I was saying, that's just an example of what I do for my version of staying grateful or practicing gratitude. So yeah, you guys, those are kind of my tips for, like, you know, healthy habits or healthy things to put in place just for a better life, a better quality of life, better health, better mental health overall. So yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I love you so much. I am wishing for you nothing but blessings and prosperity and joy and increase and success and love and peace of mind in this new year. Well, not so new, in this not so new year of 2022. Well, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you in a couple of days if you're lucky.